God damn it, folks. Tom Cruise is awesome. Don't write me. Don't even type it. If you type Tom Cruise's bullshit and go to hit send, don't hit send. Unless you send it to yourself. Don't send it to me because I don't care. I love the man. Same thing with the new Van Halen song. New Van Halen song is out, right? So Van Halen, it debuts Tuesday, and then the video came out, and I'm on record as being the guy who loves Van Halen. It's in the Encyclopedia Britannica under T, the guy who loves Van Halen. Right there, it's picture of me. And then right under my face it says, "See also." But the Van Halen song came out Tuesday, and the new album comes out in a month. But they played a surprise concert in New York last week, which I missed by a week. Not that I would have gotten in anyway. But they had their big show, and then they played one new song at the show. But all right, here's the thing: the new song that they played is not really a new song. It was on their demos from '76 when they tried to get signed to Warner Brothers. So they've taken a lot of older music and reincorporated it into the new album, because the new single is called "Tattoo." And that's what came out yesterday, but it's also the main riff from a different song from their past. They also have a song called Bullet Head on the new album, which is also an older song. And online, all of these people are pissed off. They're just like, they're furious, and they're oh my God, I can't believe Eddie's recycling this old music to make albums. Oh, it's unbelievable. It's terrible. Dudes, he wrote this music when you loved him. He wrote this music back when he was 21. Why can't he use it? He wrote it. He created it. It's okay. And besides, all I hear is everybody bitching about, oh, they're too old. Oh, Mike's not there. Oh, Wolfie's the worst. Oh, well, then did you want him writing music now with Wolfie? Is that what you wanted, with songs written with, fuck, let him write and use the music that he came up with when he was a kid. That's when you loved him, right? You loved him in 77 and 78. Well, these are songs from 77 and 78 repurposed for fucking 2012. So back off and fucking give it a chance. But no, the internet is always, again, it's either I love this or it's the fucking worst. And because I am in the Encyclopedia Britannica as the guy who loves Van Halen, I am the one who has to get letters from people asking me how much I hate the new song, and how much I hate the fact that they don't have Mike in the band, and how much I hate the fact that Wolfie's there, and how much I hate the fact that they're going ahead and Dave wears a train hat or whatever the fuck he was wearing at the concert. He was wearing overalls and a fucking newsboy cap. And people are like, he's an idiot. Yes, you know why? Because he's David Lee Roth. David Lee Roth is an idiot. He is. That's the whole point. That's why you're into him, all right? Granted, back in the day, I've talked about this before. He could have fucked me missionary just so I could look him in the eye, absolutely. But now, no. Now I want to have like a coffee with him and hear him tell me ridiculous stories about being an ambulance driver, because he's an idiot. Why are you looking for any semblance of meaning or seriousness out of David Lee Roth? Oh, I can't believe that outfit he was wearing. He's so stupid. Yes, he is stupid. That's why. He's a rock star. He doesn't have to be serious. If he wanted to wear a goddamn clown outfit and spin a pinwheel the entire time he was singing, you would have to just go, well, yeah, he's a rock star. He can do that because he's a fucking rock star. Rock stars can do whatever the fuck they want, and you are just going to sit there and take it because they're rock stars and you're not. You plumber. People are writing me notes. They're like, you can't like this, right? Because Mike's not in the band. Look, I love Van Halen. I loved Van Halen when I was a kid. I love Van Halen now. I like Michael Anthony. I'm sure he's a fantastic bass player and a wonderful man. But I don't go to the fucking Van Halen concert to see the bass player. I don't give a shit. I don't. And everybody's like, oh man, he has a lot of onstage charisma and his backing vocals. And yeah, his backing vocals are fucking amazing. Absolutely. But you know what? Go see Chickenfoot. If you want to see Michael Anthony, go see Chickenfoot. Tell me, I defy you, I dare you, motherfucker, to tell me that you saw Van Halen growing up just because you wanted to see Michael Anthony play his Jack Daniels bass and do a somersault on stage. There's no fucking way. No way. I'm sorry. And look, I loved him when he was in the band, but that band is Eddie Van Halen. The end. The end. And the fact that he's back with Dave is genius, and I love it because you know what? I listened to Tattoo. I listened to that song, and you know what? It sounds like fucking Van Halen. That's right. It sounds like fucking Van Halen. Is it missing Michael's backup vocals? Yeah, maybe. Maybe it is. But so fucking what? Listen to the music and listen to Dave singing. It's Van Halen. Oh my God, Van Halen is back. It sounds exactly like Van Halen. How great is that? And even better is when I'm going to hear these other songs that were from from the 70s. It's going to sound even more like Van Halen. I can't fucking wait. That's all I wanted, was for it to sound like Van Halen. Nobody's listening to that song and going, oh boy, the bass is terrible in this. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit at all. At all. It's Alex's drum sound and Eddie's guitar sound, and then Dave just happens to be there singing him, which makes it all fucking perfect. Perfect. And I'm not one of these idiots who's like, oh man, Van Halen with Roth destroyed Van Halen with Hagar. I loved Sammy Hagar and Van Halen. I did. I loved the albums. I loved the songs. I thought it was fucking great. Is it as good as Van Halen with David Lee Roth to me? No. I love Van Halen with David Lee Roth. Why are you making a face? What's wrong with you? What? Because I'm furious. Because I get notes from people who expect me to go, oh, I hate it. Because online, all these people are like, oh, man, Van Halen. There used to be, some guy wrote online, he's like, you know what, there used to be, I saw a few people write stuff like this. There were people who like Sammy Hagar and Van Halen. There are people like David Lee Roth and Van Halen. Now there's a third group, those who apologize for Van Halen. I'm not apologizing for fucking Van Halen. Van Halen is fucking awesome. You know what? They're 50-year-old men. 55. They're 55-year-old men playing rock music for a living. And they live in giant houses and you don't, motherfucker. You're tapping out your goddamn opinion on Facebook. Look, I recognize that I don't matter. That's the difference between me and a lot of other people. I know I don't matter. I'll spot off a million opinions, and if you want to fucking take them or not, that's great. Don't take them, by the way, and then go see something and tell me how wrong I am. It's just opinions, all right? I like Van Halen. I like Tom Cruise. Holy shit, you know what would be great? If Tom Cruise played bass in Van Halen. Oh, my God. How many tickets do I buy to that show? I just keep buying millions of tickets. That's all I do. I go out and I just fucking hand out hand jobs to try to make enough money to go and see Tom Cruise play bass in Van Halen with his hoodie. Oh my God, Tom Cruise with his hoodie. 5'6", and he's the perfect size for a bass player for Van Halen because then Dave, because Dave's getting an old, now he's long in the tooth and he can't really jump anymore. He could be doing kicks over Tom Cruise's head. Instead of doing the split kick off the drum riser, he just do karate kicks, spin kicks right over fucking Cruise's head. And Cruise just got that huge fucking megawatt grin. They would power the entire show through Cruise's mouth. Just plug Eddie's cabinet into fucking Tom's molars and boom, there you go. They play all night long.
Oh my God.
So I give you all fair warning. Quit writing me about how much you hate Van Halen. Unbelievable. Because again, you guys are nice and you listen to the show and you all recognize that I love Van Halen, but then they all write me with this weird disappointment like, oh, you got to hate this, right? No, I don't. I fucking love it. I can't wait for it. I bought it at 1 a.m. when it came out on Monday night because I was sitting in that fucking horrible Graveyardville and I got a tweet from Eddie Van Halen, right to me, not to you. It was right to me. Hey, it's available, Mike. He didn't type Mike. He might have. I think he did. He might have in my brain. He did. And I immediately hopped over to iTunes, done, on the phone, done, into my laptop, done, played it 9 times in a row. Learned the words, awful lyrics, because Dave's horrible. Again, David Lee Roth is an idiot. He writes the worst lyrics known to man, but so fucking what? Because you know why? He can write the worst lyrics known to man because he wrote this. He actually wrote this. Blue-eyed murder in a size 5 dress. Done. I don't give a fuck if the rest of his songs was humming and whistling. I don't care if the rest of his songs was him banging on milk jugs with fucking paintbrushes. The man wrote the couplet, blue-eyed murder in a size 5 dress. Done. Fantastic. Winner. Absolutely. He's an idiot. He's an absolute bozy bop nonsense goofball wearing fucking bell bottoms. He tried to do a bluegrass Van Halen thing. He tried to do a Vegas thing. He's fucking retarded. All right? I get that. But I don't give a shit because anytime Dave acts like a fool with his newsboy cap and his fucking overalls and he can't kick as high as he used to and he can't hit the high notes and he has short hair and he talks like an idiot and he tells me he's going to fuck my girlfriend in every single city and he has the same stage pattern, I still think to myself, blue-eyed murder in a size 5 dress. Done. The man never has to do anything else the rest of his life. I'm not even kidding. It's like Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise in Magnolia. Respect the cock on stage, fucking hopping around and acting. Dude, he never has to do anything the rest of his life. And yet he does. And yet he does. He still does so much more awesomeness. So much more brilliance. When Dave wrote Blue-Eyed Murder in a size 5 dress, he should have put his pen down and said, that's it, done, never again. And they said, we got 2 more albums to record. Who cares? I'm in. Done. I'm all in with Blue Eyed. He could have recorded, literally, they could have done, because that's on Fair Warning, all right? And it's an Unchained. So they still had Diver Down in 1984 to go. He could have, on those albums, every lyric could have been Blue-Eyed Murder in a size 5 dress. Like, remember I said, welcome to jungle, 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 jungle. If you heard Jump, and he just kept saying Blue-Eyed Murder in a size 5 dress, still a hit with the keyboard riff. I'm trying to sing, now in my head I'm trying to sing it like I want to sing it like Jump. Because, like, but I want to sing Blue-Eyed because the thing is I can't because Jump is so ingrained in my head with the actual lyrics that if I try to substitute in Blue-Eyed Murder, I can't do it like in my brain right now. But if he had recorded it initially with Blue-Eyed Murder in a size 5 dress, then it would be emblazoned in my brain. I guess the bottom line is, folks, it's okay if you think things suck. And I love the fact that you respect me enough to care what I think. But you don't need to write me with, this sucks, right? You know this sucks, right? This sucks. Doesn't it suck? You think it sucks, right? No, I don't. I don't think it sucks. I'm an old man. I'm 44 years old. I grew up with Van Halen. I have been a fan since I was 11. 33 years I've been a fan of that band, and I wasn't about to fucking write them off. I mean, dude, I stuck with them through Gary Cherone. I stuck with them through fucking Eddie Van Halen, holes in his shoes, no teeth, junky, ridiculous long hair, top knot, samurai, weird haircut. I've been there, man. I'm not going anywhere. Eddie Van Halen hugged me in a newsstand. That's it. Done. I was a fan from the time I was 11, and then when I was 30, whatever the fuck, I saw him and he hugged me in a newsstand and we talked for 15 minutes. I'm in for life. I'm in for life. They could flip over to playing, like I said, like weird fucking Moog keyboards and harmonicas and bullshit. They could ask my wife to join the band with her fucking guitar. I don't care. I'm in. I'm in. Blue-eyed murder in a size 5 dress. Eddie hugs me in a newsstand and my wife's in the band with a harmonica. Done. I don't give a fuck. I'm in.